this time. And the opponent, who has no chance whatsoever of victory here tonight, he hails from some inbred village of mentally deficient hicks, born to parents who happen to be first cousins. He perpetually struggles with personal hygiene.
Oh, what's he doing? I love Mr. Kennedy's introductions. Kennedy!
Well, I don't think anyone's ever interrupted Mr. Kennedy quite like that before. But if you ask me, it's a long time coming. From the sunny San Jose, California, you're not going to believe what we've got for you tonight.
No doubt, Cole. Tonight's show's completely off the hook as we do it West Coast style.
You got that right. And so are these San Jose fans. They can't wait to see the Smackdown superstars in action, and neither can I.
And there's the counter, Cole.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. And the story was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
Watch it. He reversed it. Mr. Kennedy's my kind of guy. He'll talk smack right to your face, and he can back it up with his body in that way.
He certainly isn't shy about sharing his opinions, that's for sure. But I, for one, could do without that enormous ego of his. Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay.
He's going for the cover, Cole. 1, 2. Wow, talk about cutting it close. That was almost 3. I don't know, Cole. I'm kind of unsure about Randy Orton. I mean, he's a pretty boy, let's face it. He's accomplished a couple of big things, but I still think that he's about 90% hype.
A couple of big things? You mean like becoming the youngest world heavyweight champion in history? Making a career of killing legends? Having one of the longest intercontinental title reigns of the last decade?
Look, that all sounds fine and well, real impressive on paper, but Evolution was backing him up on half of that stuff. And remember, all that happened on Raw. It didn't happen here on SmackDown. We got a little bit of a different level of competition. You know what I'm saying?
I don't entirely disagree with that, Taz, but I still think you're selling Orton short. There's no question in my mind that he's one of the most exciting young superstars in all of sports entertainment.
Yeah, well, you know what? I still think Randy Orton's just a cocky punk who's going to get his sooner than later. And it might happen right here tonight. Oh, man. Here he comes. RKO! RKO! Wow. Great reversal.
Without a doubt, Ken Kennedy is one of the most outspoken superstars on the SmackDown roster.
You make it sound like Kennedy's all... This could be 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. Step up, bring it.
Well, 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 look who's coming to the ring with Mark Henry. Everyone's favorite loudmouth, Mr. Kennedy.
You don't think this has anything to do with Mr. Kennedy's little, what do they call it, altercation with Mark Henry's opponent last week, do you?
I think it's got everything to do with that, Taz. Kennedy's up to something. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what it is. Hey, what's Kennedy doing?
Look, he's grabbing the mic. Shh, shut up.
Now making his way to the ring, the latest victim of the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. A man who deserves everything he's about to get tonight. A superstar who, as it turns out, isn't much of a star at all. I give you, what's his name? What's his name?
ringside, and what a show we've got for you tonight. Hey, partner?
They called us before we said, hey. You know, like the Canadians, they always go, hey. You know, hey.
Can I say, Taz, the enthusiasm of these Vancouver fans is contagious. I can't remember the last time I saw a crowd this pumped up for Smackdown action.
That was a textbook.
I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game.
Oh, no. The referee is down. What's going to happen now?
Anything and everything, Cole. No referees, no rules. Whoa! You see that? What a shot!
This could result in a serious injury if no one stops this.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you.
I can't deny that the legend killer Randy Orton had a pretty impressive career so far, Cole, but he better be careful that he don't burn out too quick.
I don't think there's much of a chance of that, Taz. I haven't seen any indication that Orton's going to stop impressing WWE fans anytime soon. And the crowd, what a counter that was!
He slipped out of that one.
I don't use the word evil lightly. That's all that comes to mind when I look at Mark Henry and the delight he takes in destroying his fellow superstars.
Evil's just a word that low-lander, low-life losers like you, and you're also a two-face, use to describe people who do whatever it takes to win. I think,
Oh my, the submission hold is locked in.
and this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't be wrong. Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you and watching, Cole.
Thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast partner either.
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler and get to be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time.
These superstars have been going hard all match.
Look at him go!
Wow, what an RKO!
He's going for the pin! Can you believe this? Mr. Kennedy's organizing a mugging of Mark Henry's opponent.
What is Kennedy doing? He's calling for the timekeeper's bell.
Oh my God! Kennedy almost took his head off!
That's my boy, you understand? You mess with Kennedy, you're messing with me.
Now do you see? Now do you see what happens when you disrespect me? Now do you realize that you are insignificant next to Mr. Kennedy? Kennedy! Mr.
I have no earthly idea what a guy like Mark Henry sees in someone as obnoxious and arrogant as Mr. Kennedy can. Clearly, Kennedy gets some muscle out of this partnership. What's in it for Mark Henry?
Hey, hold on there, pinch face. Like him or not, you have to agree that Mr. Kennedy, one of the most charismatic and exciting superstars we've got on SmackDown. You gotta figure Mark Henry could have learned a little bit from a guy like him.
Thanks, I can only hope.
Take a good look at the two men making their way to the ring, because this will be the last time you see them in one piece. One of them is obviously too stubborn to quit, and the other one is too stupid to mind his own business. Either way, they're about to get an education from Mr. Kennedy.
Welcome to all our North American fans from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm Michael Cole, here with Taz at ringside.
I'm telling you something, Cole. These Canadian fans are just as pumped as the fans in the U.S. This is going to be a great show.
You're absolutely right, Taz. There's no doubt in my mind that the Smackdown superstars are going to give Toronto the show of a lifetime.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you know that you got to do whatever it takes to win. And if that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
He was one step ahead on that one.
Oh man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are. What a counter that was.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly can't imagine a more electric atmosphere than the one in this arena right now.
If there's a more overrated superstar on SmackDown roster than Matt Hardy, can you please rise?
Overrated? Hardy's a multiple-time tag team champion, Taz.
And he's going for it.
And he got it! RKO!
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying, Taz. I don't use the word evil lightly. That's all that comes to mind when I look at Mark Henry and the delight he takes in destroying his fellow superstars.
Evil's just a word that low-lander, low-life losers like you, and you're also a two-face, use to describe people who do whatever it takes to win. I think Mark Henry would take that as a compliment, even from a goof like you. Nice quick counter. Randy Orton's a mouthy little punk, Cole, and that's exactly the kind of guy that superstars will line up around the block to get a shot at.
Orton's never backed down from the fight, Taz. What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a takedown right here.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury.
Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me.
Without a doubt, Ken Kennedy is one of those. And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
You're not kidding, Cole.
Oh my, there's the submission hold. He's in the driver's seat now.
No doubt, Cole, if your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't got much left.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it.
I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys, but these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole, intensity. You gotta stare at your opponent until one of you can't go anymore.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz. I think that's exactly what they've got in mind. This is going to be big, one way or the other.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it. And there's the reversal. Regardless of how you personally feel about Matt Hardy, you've got to respect his drive, his energy, and his passion for this business.
Yeah, but that'll only take you so far. See, this is something you don't understand because you've never been in a ring, never done nothing physical. Here's the pin.
He's looking for his finisher.
And there it is, Cole. KO. Man, that'll...
Yo, Mark Henry, get back here. Mark Henry.
Whoa, watch your back.
He's giving Kennedy a taste of his own medicine.
You like that, Kennedy? Huh? Answer me. Oh, what's that? You can't? Believe me, I know exactly how you feel.
Whoa, this thing between him and Mr. Kennedy just keeps escalating.
You're telling me, partner, and with less than 2 weeks to go before Armageddon, I think this is going to get worse before it gets better.
Hey, all right. Mr. Kennedy's here after all, Cole. But look at him. He looks to be kind of in rough shape.
I've got this, Ken. I'll do it.
Give me the damn mic. Last week, I was the victim of an assault. Oh. Well, let me tell you, the man who did this is going to pay tonight.
That's right. He's gonna pay. Mark Henry's gonna...
Nobody does that to me. Nobody does that to
Mr. Henry!
Yeah.
Look, you idiot. Just stand there and be quiet like the Neanderthal that you are. When it's time for you to do something, I'll tell you.
Oh. Nice.
This table match didn't even start yet, and we already seen a superstar go through one.
A sold-out show here in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Nice.
Cole here with Taz at ringside.
Man, you couldn't fit another fan in here with a crowbar, I'm telling you. There's a whole lot of cheese heads in the house tonight.
It sure is.
Nice.
He knows that they're about to see the greatest
You're gonna take the hit.
sports entertainment. I can't wait to get started.
No time to waste.
Why do they keep so many dangerous weapons under the ring? Those things can cause serious injuries.
Just use weapon.
Oh my God! Someone's got to stop this!
Don't start getting squeamish on me, Cole. Inflicting pain is the name of the game. He dodged that bullet.
Oh.
Randy Orton's a mouthy little punk, Cole. And that's exactly the kind of guy that superstars will line up around
What?
the block.
What the hell I
and get a
missed?
shot
Street.
Orton's never backed down from a fight, Taz. His mouth might get him in trouble, but he never seems unprepared for it.
How the hell I
Sounds
miss?
like this capacity crowd has something on their
Nice.
I don't care how tough you are. These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case,
Come on, come
how
on.
come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. Oh, man, what an impact.
Yeah, you can hear that one up in the cheap seats, Cole.
Come on.
I don't use the word evil lightly. That's all that comes to mind when I look at Mark
Aduh,
Henry.
Mark Henry
and the
berjaya,
delight
oi.
he takes in destroying his fellow superstars.
No, Henry is straight, he's strong.
That low-landed,
Ouch.
losers like you, and you're also a two-face, used to describe people who do whatever
Come
it
on,
takes
come on,
to
come on,
win.
come on, come on.
I think Mark Henry
Get up, Henry.
would take that as a compliment.
Get up.
Even from a
Oh,
group like
shit,
this.
Henry.
I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
Okay, he's bringing the table.
They
Come
paid
on.
for their tickets after all.
Come on. Yes.
That's why foreign objects are a superstar's best friend.
Well, I guess that depends on which end of the object you're on.
Oh, man, here he comes.
RKO!
RKO.
RKO!
RKO.
These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And
Get the
that's
hell
right.
away, man.
Don't give the fans like that one too much.
Punch him.
I'm sure this breaks this guy's heart.
It should. These fans are the
Ooh.
lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. Damn, he just broke his opponent in half at the table.
He might break the table in half on his opponent.
Come on.
I can't deny that the legend killer Randy Orton had a pretty impressive career so far.
He's just brutalizing his opponent with that table.
Well, I guess it's better than being put through a
Aduh,
table,
hai.
but not by much.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
He knew it was going to be
RKO.
intense.
RKO. Come
It
on.
was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
DDT.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole.
I don't
That's
believe
it?
He put his opponent.
Nice.
Nice quick counter.
Belum apa-apa dah counter dah.
Randy Orton's a mouthy little punk, Cole, and that's exactly the kind of guy that superstars will line up around the block to get a shot at.
Orton's never
Come on,
had
Henry.
a fight chance. His mouth might get him in trouble, but he never
Get up.
seems unprepared for it.
What the hell am I doing? Why am I difficult to get
Without a
up?
doubt, Ken Kennedy is one of the most outspoken superstars on the SmackDown roster.
You make it sound like Kennedy's all talk, no action. You're confused, my man. That's you.
Maybe not, Taz, but it's only a matter of time before Kennedy's mouth gets in
I'm beating you.
trouble he can't get himself out of. I don't use the word evil lightly. That's all that comes to mind when I look at Mark Henry and the delight he takes in destroying his fellow superstars.
Evil's just a word that low-lander, low-life losers like you and
Nice.
used to describe people who do whatever it takes to win. I think Mark Henry would take that as a compliment.
Kita
You're
attack
a
Kennedy.
proof
Because we know attacking Mark Henry is hard.
Taz. If you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me.
You know attacking Mark Henry is hard.
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely
That's the way you do it.
See that?
You like the sight
Easy.
of your own blood to take the fight right out of you.
I hope this is over soon. No matter how many times I see this, I just can't get used to it.
What are you getting, a little squeamish, Cole? Come on, what do you think this is, badminton? He dodged that bullet.
Nice.
But I still think that he's about 90% hype.
A couple of big things? You mean like becoming the youngest world heavyweight champion in history? Making a career of killing legends? Having one of
Dia
the
boleh
longest
counter
intercontinental
lah.
title reigns of the last decade?
Look, that all sounds fine and well, real impressive on paper, but evolution...
He can counter, you know.
I'm here for that stuff. And remember, all that happened on Raw. It didn't happen here on Smackdown. We got a little bit of a different level of competition. You know what I'm saying?
I don't entirely disagree with that, Taz, but I still think you're selling Orton short. There's no question in my mind that he's one of the most exciting young superstars in all of sports entertainment.
Yeah, well, you know what? I still think Randy Orton's just a cocky punk who's going to get his shit.
One more time, come on.
And it might happen right here tonight.
Baru simpan satu. You just save one.
This one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
Oh, man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match. I don't know what's more uncomfortable, watching this or experiencing it.
I think maybe experiencing it. Come on, Cole, wake up.
Nampak kau Mark Henry.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly...
Just spin.
He wasted no time going for that pin.
Damn it. Orton gotta be smartness. Orton gotta be smarter than this.
I tell you, Taz, Ken Kennedy certainly has a high opinion of himself.
You say that like it's a bit...
Oh my, the submission hold is locked in.
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole. Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Come on.
Look, Cole, this ain't...
Let's make him bleed.
You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually... Holy cow, Cole, look at that. Talk about a crimson mass.
It's unfortunate, but...
And he's going for it.
And he got it! RKO!
Okay.
Man, I don't feel bad for JR. He's
Main
going
dia
for a big
bangun.
goal. I'll tell you what right now, I love watching Mark Henry get it done in the ring. There ain't another guy in that locker room who can pick a opponent like Mark Henry.
You say that like it's a good thing, Taz.
Come on, pin him.
I wish Henry would focus.
He's going for the cover, Cole.
It sounds like this capacity crowd is something on him. He's looking for his finisher.
And there it is, Cole. The RKO. Man, that'll take your head right off.
Come on, go.
This guy might not have enough to
2 RKO. 2 RKO tu. Menang.